Today I'm doing brakes on the car. This car's got the Brembo style brakes on it, slotted rotors. Take this stuff off, I'll do a little inspection. I got some of my tools ready. I may do a little time lapse on this, may not. So we'll see how it goes. But while I've got this side off, I'm going to inspect where the armadillo hit. And if you watched my last vlog, I talked about hitting the armadillo on the way back. I'll give you a little close-up video before I get all this stuff off. Here's the fender from the back. Some of this in here was already coming off. It was already loose. The clips were broken out, but this piece has popped out and is coming loose even more. And upon closer inspection, there is a crack that runs all the way down and all the way up. And to stop those cracks, more than likely I have to drill a hole here and maybe a hole somewhere around there just to relieve the pressure. I may or might not have to do that, but this thing was already cracked anyway and needed to be replaced. But this just makes it a little bit more interesting because this all comes up into almost into the headlight spot. These suckers are expensive. If I can get underneath the car, I'll show you the split underneath. Maybe able to, I'm sure you can see the split in the front. That split goes all the way underneath. It just needs to be taken off and redone. Of course, this already had the damage over on the driver's side that needed to be fixed from when the fender was hit. The fender's wrinkled. So, I mean, just a little bit more to fix. Not that disappointing of the news because it needs to be fixed anyway, so. This part right here, you probably can't see it, but I got a C-clamp to depress the brake pad back. Some of the other videos that you see, they stick a flathead screwdriver in here and pry the brakes out. The brakes I have in here aren't terribly bad, but I'm replacing them anyway because they're squeaking and you need to be able to stop after doing 100 down the track. So we're replacing those and relieving this pressure so we can get these pads out. I'll do the top, the bottom, and then the back, top and bottom, and they'll come out. Here's the brand of brakes I got. I think it's O'Reilly's. It's part store I've been pretty consistent with, and they get the parts right for the car. Hadn't had to return any parts like some stores. These brakes come with the new clips and new punches to put in there. Really nice to put back in there. But I got some parts cleaner I'm going to hit it up with. Showed you the old pads, put the new pads back in there. Look at all that brake dust, all that nasty stuff. Check out the inner fender right here. Look at all that. I actually believe that's my doing because it's pretty fresh. That's where Mr. Armadillo. And I wish I had about struts because I need struts. And it'd been great to do it all at the same time. Brakes out. Gonna clean that stuff up. One of these days, we're gonna repaint these and put a new sticker on there. Not today though. Cleaning your disc. You got a front side, you got a back side. Clean both sides. Okay, I just want to say this is not a how-to, but this is how I've done it. Little disclaimer there, but put your brakes back in. They only go back in one way. The flat end's not going to go to the inside. Line the curve up with the curve. Those are little games you used to play in kindergarten. Put the blocks in the holes, the triangles, and the squares. It's that easy. Put your new hardware back in. That's made to squeak when they get low. Boom. Semi cleaned up. The brakes are back on. Other side is the same. You get uneven brake wear. Brakes may squeak. They may just be dirty. But in this case, I know the right brakes are on the car. Right brake pads anyway. The drive to set the brakes is my favorite part because the work is done. And as soon as you get in, the pedal is all spongy. So you got to get the kind of the brakes set down and get them married up with the rotors. I'm not going to put any heat through them. Just give it a drive, make sure it stops. Don't have to worry about brake fluid leaking out because we didn't have to make adjustments there. But there's no squeak. There was a little bit of one when I was backing up, so I may be doing the rear brakes next, which after you do the first one, the rest of them probably don't take 15 minutes to do, so it's not a huge job. The back ones are just like the front ones, so it's a nice project. A little start for you guys is day 2. I've done the rear brakes today. The rear brakes didn't come with the hardware like the front brakes did, but I was able to reuse the old hardware and make sure I clean the rotors inside and out. But back on the road, gonna give this thing a drive around the block. Got the brakes pumped back up. Gonna let them set into place and have a little cruise. Thanks for tuning in and watching the video, guys. If you like that, give a click on the like button down there. Meanwhile, check out some of the other videos that I have on the channel and be looking for some future videos. I've got some interviews, some car tours coming up with some people. If you know, I've done the gym tours in the past. I'm going to do some more of those and some car tours, so be looking for that. And keep it locked here, Ultimate Expression.